Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're at in the world and when you're watching this. Welcome or welcome back to Auntie Reads. Yes, welcome or welcome back to Auntie Reads. This is the channel where your auntie will read you like no other. So for those that are new to the channel, welcome. You might as well should go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I promise here you will gain some type of clarity, answer, or insight to what you're seeking at this time. I promise you. And for those who have been a part of the channel, I just want to continue to thank you for the love, the support, the comments. I just really love to hear from you all and know that the messages resonate or they help you or something that, you know, gave you that aha moment. I'm just so grateful to have the opportunity to exchange energy with you all. You guys are so beautiful. And as far as special announcements, you know about the special that I'm running for the month of February. So if that's something that you're interested in, feel free to go over to the community tab and check that out. If you're ever interested in a personal reading, that information will always be in the description box below. So go ahead and check that out. Last but not least, go ahead and follow me over on TikTok as well. I do post daily content in regards to random topics, so you can find your auntie on TikTok as well. So, today you see 3 piles in front of us, right? So with that in mind, today this is going to be a pick a card reading on what self-love are you heavy on at this time, or like what self-love are you heavy on giving yourself at this time, okay? So as you see, there are 3 piles to choose from, and all 3 piles have been pre-shuffled. It's not like I know the messages or anything like that. I just happen to pre-shuffle in advance to waste that time and, to prevent more time being taken away from you all, since you guys are being so loving and giving as far as just even being here at this moment. So at this time, intuitively pick which pile resonates with you. Starting from left to right, we have the orange block, which is pile 1. Pile 2 is going to be the red block. Last but not least, pile 3 is going to be the purple block. Can you tell there's kids around? So with that in mind, take a minute to choose your pile intuitively. And while you're doing that, I'm going to just take me a quick deep breath. Okay. So hopefully you guys have made your pile selection as far as which pile resonates with you. So I'm going to remove pile 3 and pile 2 out of the way. And we're going to get started with pile 1. Oops. Okay. So those that chose pile 1. Pile 1. Let's see, what self-love are you heavy on giving yourself at this time? So with the color orange, I feel like you guys are heavy on remaining optimistic, not self-sabotaging. Maybe that's something that you've recently learned, as far as like some of the things that have happened to you is based upon the mind frame that you have had. Maybe also at this time, with realizing that you may be manifesting joy and happiness at this time, or just remaining optimistic, or not allowing fears to project in your way as far as just things that you want to bring in or things that you may be manifesting at this time. But it's something along the lines as far as just remaining optimistic, keeping a positive mind frame, and not projecting fears just based upon the way that you may be feeling or thinking. So this is like a mind frame that's changing. You know, when you change your mind, you change your life type of thing. So that could be what's going on just with the color orange in this block. So let's see. What are the vibes at this time with the self-love that you're giving yourself, Power One? Okay, so we have overthinking and altar work. And what the card overthinking says, overthinking, quiet your mind to channel your higher self for guidance. And then we have altar work. Create an altar or spend more time with one you have to connect with your guides more. Okay, so this is in regards to how I was mentioning in regards to, like, you know, when you change your mind, you change your life. So this is giving me the energy, Power One, and maybe for some of you all, you could possibly be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This is giving me very logical energy, and I just feel like at this time you guys are elevating spiritually, and it's like maybe you're looking for a deeper understanding, or you're looking to connect to your higher self or the higher realm. So with the altar work, maybe you've been interested in buying candles, possibly setting an altar, or maybe just connecting with your ancestors, so that you won't feel as if you have to come up with all the answers, or feeling like, okay, maybe it's time for me to really start connecting more to my spirituality. So this could be a thing as far as the self-love, that you guys are wanting to connect to your higher self more, your lineage, your ancestors, your angels. So I just feel like maybe right now with the self-love, you realize that there are people around you that have been a distraction. And with people being a distraction, maybe that has taken away from your truth, your thoughts, your feelings. So maybe right now you possibly could be in isolation and you are wanting to connect with your higher self, but it's like maybe you're struggling to hear the difference between your thoughts and spirit. So right now, you guys could really just be focused on giving yourself that quiet time so that you can connect. Maybe you guys are heavy on the meditating at this time, or just learning to sit in silence. I feel like right now you guys are also detached from people at this time. I feel like right now, with you taking the time to elevate and connect to your higher self and just learning to trust yourself more, I just feel like you want to receive signs from your spirit guides. Maybe some of you all are also focused on changing your diet as well. Maybe you're starting to eat more fruits, or maybe you guys love oranges. I see an orange right here on the altar. So the color orange could be significant as far as you liking oranges as well. But maybe you guys are really implementing the lesson as far as like, it's now time for me to live in my heart, because living in my head creates problems. You know, you're, like the card says, quiet your mind to channel your higher self for guidance. So by this altar work, it's like this is possibly the time where you are either desiring to create an altar so that you can, you know, connect with your angels and receive the signs, or maybe this is you being guided to add this to your self-love ritual so that it can implement more love. You connecting to your higher self is a form of self-love, because that's you going within, that's you connecting to your heart. Okay, so we're just going to continue to dive a little deeper. So we have faith, rest, peace, and power. Okay, so just to dive a little deeper in regards to the self-love, Power One, with the faith and rest, this is also giving me the energy that like you are learning to slow down. You are learning to trust your spirit guides as well. And I don't know if you all have ever heard the saying that like being still is trusting spirit, God, you know, just whoever your higher power is. So with these cards being next to each other and the altar work, again, I just feel like, Power One, you guys are starting to realize that you can't control everything. I feel like sometimes you guys have a very controlling energy in the sense of wanting to control things, and with you making it harder on yourselves, I feel like you guys are really starting to loosen the grip and wanting to make it easier for yourself. So it's like, okay, in order for me to even connect with my higher self, in order for me to really show spirit that I am trusting and that I'm allowing them to take control, I have to take my hand off the wheel. So it's like, I just feel like you guys are implementing faith by resting. And by you just taking the time to rest and knowing that all is well, or that, you know, sometimes doing nothing is doing something, you're creating peace for yourself as well. So it's like with the overthinking, maybe you guys are learning how to just not do nothing when you don't know and allow spirit to enter into your life to take the lead. And it's like with those steps that you're taking, you know, creating the faith, resting, creating peace, is like it's leading you towards taking your power back. Maybe you guys are going through a storm, and instead of you feeling like, okay, I just have to do something, it's giving me like you being able to step into your power and trusting is going to create that peace. Right now, it's giving me the energy that it's like it's not time for a solution. The solution is already resolved. It's just more so a thing as far as like, are you patient enough to go through the storm to get to the peace? That's, you know, a form of control. You're trying to do something when it's meant for you not to do nothing. You're trying to think of a solution when they're like, just come to us and tell us what solution that you want so we'll know how to intervene. You know, because at the end of the day, you do have free will. So it's like you are at a point, I feel like, Pile One, that it's like, okay, my way isn't working, so I'm going to surrender and let you have your way. But let's see what the cards actually say on the back. So you have faith. Have faith. Faith grows when you act without knowing the end result. So see, I just feel like spirit is wanting you all to still just continue doing your same song and dance instead of trying to find solutions and resolve the issue. Because see, when you do it all, you make spirit feel like they're not needed, or you make spirit feel like spirit is not needed. So with the rest, you have rest and relax, release guilt, and make your needs a top priority. So see, with just reading this, nieces and nephews, you guys are the type that when you put yourself first, when you are drained or don't have the energy, it's like you're not really taking the time to listen to your body. And it's like your body is putting you in a position of having to listen to it. So right now, the self-love is making yourself a priority. It's not meant for you to do anything. It's not meant for you to come up with no solution. Your peace is your priority at this time. You resting is your priority at this time. You having faith is priority. So with the peace card, it says, embrace your confusion. Let there be peace in not knowing all of the answers. So not only is spirit wanting you to not know all of the answers, but they're still wanting you to take a step forward without knowing the end result. So see, again, this is not the time to think of solutions. Spirit is still wanting you to, again, to continue putting your best foot forward, because when you still create that movement, that's still you trust in spirit. And that is also showing that you have faith because you haven't given up. So maybe you guys are going through something right now, feel like there's no type of solution or clarity, or you're not able to see your way through. It's not meant for you to see your way through. If you trust spirit, you'll know that there'll be a way. Just because you want to know the way doesn't mean it's going to be the wrong way. But as long as you trust spirit, it's going to be the right way that works for you. So this card says, own your power. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. So see, you are being put in a position of creating a new beginning by now going from living in your head to living in your heart. But see, you guys are so used to, I'm going to say, like maybe being in survival mode as far as just having to come up with the solutions and having to just be on go, go, go mode. Like, no. I'm picking up masculine energy as well. So it's like spirit is also teaching you a softer way of living life. But the self-love at this time is prioritizing yourself. It's time for you to step into your power. by continuing with acting without knowing, because a fresh new beginning is being created for you all. Okay, so with the claim your energy, to me, this is the energy in regards to like you taking your power back. So at this time, the self-love that you guys are experiencing is whatever storm that you're going through is putting you in a position of stepping into your power, owning your power, claiming your energy, you know. So maybe you guys have been going through something, and it's like right now it's creating emotional baggage. And in order for you to even create a new beginning, you have to let go of the baggage. So this is where you need to stop overthinking, having the faith, resting and creating the peace, because by you still just not taking the time to slow down and continuing to move on without a break, that is going to create emotional baggage. It's going to wear you down. It's going to drain you. It's going to, you know, deplete you to where you don't have the energy. So this is also giving me the energy with the boss up card, nieces and nephews, that this is the steps that Spirit is wanting you to take to get to the point of bossing up, because this is going to be the new beginning. You're elevating at this time. You're claiming your energy. You're removing the emotional baggage as far as overthinking and being on go, go, go mode, not taking no break, not prioritizing yourself. You're unpacking the bag, making things lighter, because you're about to boss up. This is elevation here. And with elevation, you do have to connect with your spirit guides, because they're the ones that give us the guidance. They're the ones that give us the insight, the wisdom, the clarity. So the more that you connect, the more that you get the insight. The more that you get the insight, the more that you trust. So right now, you guys are also heavy on elevation spiritually at this time as well. So it's like you guys are elevating at this time, pile one. So the self-love that you guys are heavily focused on at this time is letting go of the past, letting go of old emotions, old ways, old beliefs. You're creating new energy at this time. So this storm that you're going through is putting you in a position to claim your power, for you to see your strength, for you to see how bold you still can be in the midst of a storm by continuing moving forward. By you moving forward, that's carrying that faith. By you not doing anything and showing Spirit that you trust and that they can intervene in your life and have their way with you to create the peace. But now, it's time for you to take your power back, because you're transforming at this time. Here's a butterfly and here's an orange flower. So this is like, trust your transformation and be optimistic, because the things that you desire is manifesting. And a storm is just a cleansing to create the path of a new beginning. It's removing the emotional baggage. So see, when you change your perspective, pal one, you change your life. It's all in how you look at it with the color orange. So right now there could just be some fears within you that you've created based upon illusion, but all you have to do is just continue moving forward, because when you are moving forward, you really can't be afraid, because you're in the midst of taking action. But when you're still, that gives you time for emotions and fears to seep in. But just because Spirit is telling you to rest, it's nothing for you to figure out. If anything, you being still is recharging your energy. It's recharging your peace that you've lost by trying to do it all. When a person bosses up, they work smart, not hard. Spirit is putting you in a position of living smart, not hard. And all you have to do is have a little bit of faith, keep moving forward, get your rest, recharge your energy, and relax. Because when you're relaxed, that's creating peace. And when you have peace, you're able to bring in the best version of yourself by living in your truth and in your power. So, pile one, continue prioritizing yourself and claiming your energy, because things are changing for you and a new beginning is here. Connect with your angels and your ancestors. You know, today is a new moon as well. So set a candle, light an offering. There's going to be changes that's made once you connect with your ancestors. And I look forward to you all coming back and telling me about this. But things are changing for you for the better. Just believe that, okay? Okay, so we're moving along to pile 2. So for those that chose pile 2, this is the red block. So the self-love that you all are heavy on giving yourself at this time, I feel like is taking action towards the things that you're passionate about, doing things that you love, letting go of things that have possibly angered you or things that you have held on in regards to resentment. I feel like you guys are heavy on setting yourself free so that things will no longer be in your way. Maybe for a long time you haven't been taking action or you've procrastinated. It's time for you to find that passion and that spark, because whatever it is that you do, I just feel like you're needed in the world. So pile 2, you guys are heavy on taking action towards the things that you love or desire, or the things that you have pushed to the side. So let's see what is the vibes around the self-love at this time. Okay, so we have trust your intuition and 555. Trust your intuition. Don't question your instincts. The vibes you are picking up on are real. 555. Are you fighting change? Embrace the unknown that awaits you. So yes, this is definitely in regards to maybe you've been receiving signs or synchronicities, pal, too, in regards to like, now is the time to pursue this. Now is the time to take action. But it's something in regards to like doing something new. Right now, you guys are changing, elevating, and maybe it's something that you feel. Maybe it's signs that you've been seeing. But maybe it's like you are still reluctant as far as really maybe either taking action or really trusting the signs as far as knowing which move to make. But with seeing the butterflies, you definitely are growing, you're transforming. So this is really out of your control. So it's like right now it's time for you to just be gentle with yourself. It's time for you to do things in moderation as well for butterflies. But maybe right now you guys are questioning the signs that Spirit has been giving you. So if you've been seeing 555, that's Spirit's way of saying that now it's time for you to change the way that you're doing things, because it's now time for a new adventure. So this is in regards to like taking a step, doing something different, but it's something that you've received confirmation on, that I feel, and maybe you are looking for confirmation, and this is it. And this is the self-love that you're needing to be heavy on at this time, is trusting your intuition, because it's guiding you in a way that only you're going to know, because this is something that either you've manifested, prayed for, or asked for. So it's like only you and your spirit team are going to be the ones that understand what's going on in your world, because this is something that you have prayed for. So right now is really time for you to not be distracted with what your intuition's telling you versus maybe what your ego's telling you. So you have awareness, dance, tenderness, and clearing. So pile 2, the self-love that you all are focused on at this time as far as giving yourself it's like the awareness. I feel like right now is really a time for you all to be gentle with yourselves, and maybe right now you could possibly be sensitive. And if that's the case, I just feel like you guys are sensitive, and it's basically just because you guys are empaths. You know, you're able to feel things, you're able to take in things around you, and I just feel like Spirit is giving you each and every sign and nudge that lets you know this is the right time, you're safe, you know, just whatever it is that you're asking for is definitely giving me yes. Okay, maybe music is also significant at this time, so if you've been listening to music, I would pay attention to the lyrics. Maybe for some of you all, you've been writing or journaling, and if not, maybe it's time for you to journal and clear your head so that you can really connect with spirit to get the answers or the confirmation that you're seeking. But right now, you're needing to be gentle with yourself, with tenderness. With you changing at this time and trusting your intuition, you have to be gentle with yourself, and also with the color purple, that is you connecting to your higher self at this time. So maybe you guys are connected to your crown chakra at this time with possibly dreaming, seeing visions. But I just feel like in order to even understand your intuition, you're going to have to be gentle with yourself, because being gentle with yourself is also being able to be aware of the emotions that you're feeling, or just the sounds that you may hear, or just maybe what's going on within nature. So it's like right now, Spirit is wanting you to be aware, because they're sending you signs and synchronicities to answer whatever it is that you do desire. So the self-love at this time is connection. Also with dance, I just feel like Spirit is putting you in a position of creating balance. And self-love as far as just dancing is just like tapping into your inner child. I see this little girl, and maybe right now, by you tapping into your inner child, that's going to create some healing as far as the clearing, because you are changing and elevating as well. So I just feel like with the swan, it's just time for you to learn to go with the flow and be gentle with yourself, which is tenderness. But let's see what the cards say. Practice present moment awareness. The meaning you yearn for lives in the ever-present now. So the self-love that you guys are focused on is wanting to possibly implement more meaning into life. Or again, just you may be the type of individuals that think so far into the future because you want to make sure that everything is okay. Or maybe you're the type that reflects on the past a lot, to where it's like you aren't aware as far as like what's going on in front of you, because you're not in the present. It's like either you're in the past or you're in the future. And being present is being able to dance to the music, dance to the rhythm, just being present. With this card, it says, step into the light. Share your gifts and talents with the world. Okay, so this is about wanting to take action or wanting to do something different, and maybe you are reluctant. Maybe you guys are wanting to possibly put yourself out there as far as being on social media or posting content, or maybe you guys like to do readings, or maybe you want to post on YouTube. You've been getting the signs to do it. Spirit is saying sharing your gifts and talents with the world. Like I mentioned, I feel like you guys are actually like ready to live in your purpose. And it's like the self-love that you guys are heavy on at this time is really wanting to live in your purpose. Speak to yourself gently. Cherish the child within. So see, I just feel like, with you healing this inner child, like maybe you feel like your dreams are too far-fetched, or maybe you still have this remembrance as for somebody telling you, oh, you're not gonna be successful, or that's a dumb idea. And it's like, no, you need to be gentle with yourself. You need to appreciate what that inner child is saying, because that inner child is trying to set you free. You're somebody who's made to be in the light. You're somebody who's meant to live in the light. You're somebody who's meant to share your gifts and talents. And your intuition is telling you to go ahead and take action, because this is going to create change. Why are you fighting it? It's time for you to embrace the unknown. It's okay that you don't know what's going to come from this. You're not being told a result. You're being guided to step into the light. So you are already successful. It's just time for you to succeed. So it's time for you to start speaking affirmations. I am successful. I am deserving. I am love. I am capable. I am determined. So it's time for you all to be gentle with yourselves at this time, pal, too, because the self-love that you need to be heavy on at this time is freeing that inner child so that you can step into the light and be present because the signs and what Spirit is telling you is now is the time. But you have to clear the clutter. You have to clear that inner enemy within you. Clear the clutter. When in doubt, throw it out. So again, this could be you writing yourself a letter in regards to the fears and the doubts that you're having, to where once you've released those doubts, you throw it out. But don't keep those doubts within. Don't keep those fears within, because that's the thing that's preventing you all from stepping into the light. So maybe at this time you need to listen to some healing music to put you in a state of being open, gentle with yourself. You need some rose quartz crystals so that you can love on yourself, implement self-love and being gentle with yourself so that you can take action. It's something that is meant for you to do. But I feel like you guys are possibly missing the signs because you're just so worried about the outcome. So it's time for you to clear your thoughts. And even if like things around you are not in order, maybe it's time for you to clear your surroundings as well, because sometimes when things are a little out of order and chaotic, that can also affect our energy as well. So maybe it's a time and a day for you to sage, because today is the new moon. So it's like maybe it's time for you to cleanse, mop, wash your sheets, get the house in order. And maybe there's some things of the past that you're needing to throw out as well, to no longer allow that energy to live within you. Because what Spirit is wanting you to do is trust the gift within you. Because when you trust the gift within you, that's the self-love that the world needs to see. You're an example. You're a trendsetter. See, every little step that you make and take is going to show you more and more how you're made to be in the light, how you're meant and made to share your gifts with the world. So the self-love that you're having on at this time is understanding that no matter which step that you take is going to count, and it's going to get you closer and closer to what you desire, but you have to remain gentle with yourself. So with the dance, you have step into the light. Every step counts. So again, this is all about taking action. Maybe it's time for you to step into your inner child and dance how you once did. I don't know if you were a ballerina or took ballet classes, but maybe that's something that you need to embrace. Maybe that's the gift that you want to share with the world, is possibly doing some healing dancing, belly dancing, dancing with bells on your ankles. I don't know, but it's something in regards to just setting yourself free, and this is something that you've desired since you were a child. It's time to bring the best version of yourself out. This is the self-love that you're heavy on at this time. You want to be the best version of yourself, and you're very passionate about bringing her out. And I feel like maybe for some of you all, you could be a perfectionist. It's like, don't be focused on making a mistake. What you consider a mistake is what's really considered a lesson. And what lesson that you're learning at this time is that you're fighting change. You have all the signs that Spirit is sending you to bring the best version of yourself. And that's scaring you. But allow it to scare you in a good way, because it's leading you towards the light. These are signs that you're receiving. So you have to be gentle with yourself at this time. So pal 2, it may be time for you, with Clear the Clutter, to take a cleansing bath to clear the energies that are surrounding you at this time, as far as the fears and doubts. Because how I see it, it's time for you all to let your hair down and be the best version of yourself. You see how she's stepping towards the light? It's time for you all to live in your light, pal 2. And being in the light is the best version of you. See, the old you is dying. The ship has sailed. That way, that direction, it no longer exists. You see how she's looking in the past? Whatever you once knew is sinking, because you're changing, you're elevating, you're growing. 555 is the confirmation of letting you know that you are no longer the same person that you're trying to still hold on to. It's time for you to take this next step as far as being the best version of yourself, because the old you is no longer you. And that's why this is right underneath tenderness. That's why it's time for you to be gentle with yourself, pal, too, because you're not the same person. It's time for you to embrace the person you're becoming. Trust your intuition because you're changing, and this is honestly out of your control. All Spirit is wanting you to do is just take the next step, because when you take the next step, you're going to start to see it more and more. It's going to start making sense. But as long as you're still, you're not going to be aware of what's going on. But taking a step is going to create that awareness of understanding what your purpose is meant to do, which is be in the light, which is to lead, which is to show other people how to be the best versions of themselves. Your steps are protected. Your steps are already planned. You just have to trust that and know that you are already safe in the steps that you take. So it's time for you all to clear the thoughts, clear the fears, clear your environment, cleanse yourself, and see the bigger picture. Because in each picture that I'm seeing, pal, too, I'm seeing light over darkness. I'm seeing light, 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 light around her, light around her, light within her. You are meant to be in the light. You are meant to shine. So it's time for you to clear your fears, clear your thoughts, clear your ego, and live in your heart. Because the self-love that Spirit is wanting you to prioritize at this time is taking action of bringing the best version of you out, because the old you has learned the lesson. You've served the purpose of that. It's time for you to be born into the spiritual you, the elevated you, the best version of you, pal, too. So this is the self-love that you're heavy on at this time. It's taking the best step forward to bring the best version of you out. Don't hold yourself back no more. You see the signs, and once you see the signs, you can't ignore Spirit. You can choose to ignore Spirit, but you're not going to ignore Spirit, and Spirit isn't going to allow you to. It's too much awareness taking place at this time for you all. So don't deprive yourself of being the best version of yourself, okay? Last but not least, let's see what Pal 3 needs to know in regards to what self-love are they heavy on at this time. Okay, Pal 3. So with the purple block, you guys are heavy on trusting your intuition at this time. You guys are heavy on the visions, the downloads, the dreams that you've been having. So at this time, I just feel like you guys are heavily focused on your spiritual growth, your spiritual ascension, transmuting negative into positivity, or light, darkness into light. You guys are just heavy on your spirituality. Let's see. What's the vibes in regards to the self-love energy that you guys are in at this time? So we have incantation magic and heart's desires. Incantation magic. You have a powerful tongue. You will see what you speak. Exactly. So you guys do have strong visions. Right now, you guys are heavy on affirmations or just speaking positivity into the universe, because you have an awareness of knowing that the things that you say can be. And maybe right now you are really following what your heart desires are at this time. Also, the color yellow is significant for you all, Pal 3. So at this time, you guys are in your Empress energy. You guys are attracting, not chasing. Heart's desire. Get in alignment with what you want to attract and manifest. So see, I just feel like right now you guys are connecting to your heart. And based upon what your heart desires, you're speaking that into existence. You are manifesting what your heart desires at this time. So I just feel like at this time you realize to be careful with your words, because you understand how powerful your words are. So you guys are heavy on being selective with the words that you speak, the words that you choose. You guys are heavy on creating the peace. I feel like you understand and have an awareness that in order to bring in the things that you do desire, that you have to be at peace, you have to be relaxed, you have to be centered. So with seeing the color brown, I just feel like you guys are centered. You see how she's sitting in meditation mode. Maybe meditation is significant for you all at this time. Also with the butterfly, this is a time as far as being gentle with yourself because you guys are in transformation at this time. For some of you all, maybe you guys could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So right now it's giving me the energy that like you guys have verbally manifested something and now it's just at a point of being patient. So you guys are possibly really focused on divine timing at this time. So it's like with the self-love, you guys are not rushing yourselves. You guys are really heavy on really just not taking action, because again, when you don't take no action, that is trust in spirit, or sometimes in situations no action is an action. And I feel like right now with the relaxation and the weight, spirit is just like it's all just a matter of time. Just continue remaining true to your heart and speaking the things that you do desire, and in divine timing you will receive it. With the creativity, spirit is possibly putting you in a position of finding new ways of living. You know, maybe before you were just wanting the first thought that came to mind, but now with the heart's desire, that allows you to be creative because it's allowing you to go within and listen to what your heart feels or what your heart is leading you to. So I just feel like the creative energy is really putting you in a position of seeing things differently, living differently, but mainly living in your heart. You know, you see this color green, so that is the heart chakra. So you guys are possibly just connecting on your emotions and really being true to what you feel, and that is that incantation magic as far as like being able to be true and speak from the heart, which is bringing in what your heart desires. So that is a creative way of manifesting, which is implementing the self-love, which is what this whole topic is in regards to. You guys are heavy on the self-love, which is just being gentle with yourself, understanding that things come at a certain time, but still not losing that spark or that thing that you have always held near and dear to your heart. What the card says though is allow yourself to be lazy. It's okay to do nothing. Wait. Honor your resistance. Sometimes no action is the best action of all. So I feel like right now you guys are in the energy of just waiting to receive what your heart desires. Maybe it's something that you've been feeling. Maybe it's something that's been putting you on edge because you know that you're close to receiving it. But it's honestly not meant for you to do anything at this time. I feel like Spirit is just really wanting you to just be focused on your growth, your heart, just your day-to-day things, you know, just really just finding a new way. Embrace your creativity. Delight in the mystery of your inner muse. So there's something within you that's stirring or ready to be birthed, and maybe you're just really wondering like, is now the time? Or is this really something that I meant to do? And Spirit is saying, yeah, you're being true to yourself by loving on yourself. You're following your heart. That is the best form of self-love. Care for your body. Self-love and self-acceptance are all the intimate acts of self-care. So this is you. You see that she's dressing feminine. Her hair is done. She's in nature. So maybe it is time for you to just honor your body's need. And maybe your body right now is telling you just to be still. Like how I mentioned, you're in the energy of attracting, not chasing. So when you attract, you do have to be still. You have to honor your resistance. So right now, you are heavy on attracting, not chasing. Allowing yourself to be lazy is just not doing nothing, because when you are in divine or empress energy, your energy alone is what's bringing in that attraction. All you have to do is speak what you want. I desire love. It's coming. Whatever you have manifested is coming. You are just in the mode of attracting. So right now it is a time for you to be still so that this thing can come into peace. At this time, it's just time for you to care for your body. Let that be you resting, you getting sleep, you laying naked in the bed. Whatever care in your body means for you, that's a form of self-love. Rubbing yourself with the best massage lotions, rubbing yourself with the finest oils, going to get a massage. Like, you loving and rubbing on your body is appreciation. That's acceptance. That's self-love, because you're able to feel comfortable in your skin. Spirit is wanting you to just be still, because you're in your Empress energy, attracting. And maybe that's a new energy for you all to be in, because you're so used to chasing, being in go, go, go mode. You being still is about to show you all the things that have been waiting to come to you, now that you're still in trusted spirit. See, you're learning to trust your intuition. See, as long as you trust your intuition, you can feel what's coming towards you. You see how she has the blinders on, but her hands are out? You being able to be still is going to allow you to trust the vibrations more. And even though she's speaking, you see the vibrations that are in the universe. And it's green. So see, Spirit is putting you in a position of learning to connect with your heart, which is a form of self-care. Your body, your heart is your body. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're learning to trust your intuition at this time. So sometimes doing nothing, sometimes taking action is not how you're able to connect or hear your intuition. You hear your intuition in silence and no movement. So right now you're heavy on connecting with yourself. Becoming nobody. I feel like maybe before you were very heavy on titles and labels, and I feel like with you learning to trust your intuition, with you following your heart's desire, it's not necessarily about a label or status or anything like that. I almost feel like by you merging into trusting your intuition and attracting, you're going to really see who's for you and who isn't for you. Maybe before it was like the status as far as you being a CEO or just whatever type of work that you do. It's like maybe that was the thing that was making people attracted to you. So it's like maybe now that you don't do that work, maybe now that you let that title go, you're starting to see who's for you and who isn't for you. So it's like instead of actually just seeing things for what they are, really trust your gut, your tribe, your vibe. So see, I just feel like maybe with you following your heart's desire, maybe you've been getting certain nudges about certain friends, family members, or just people that you've been around, and it's like, okay, now is the time for me not to do anything. I've basically put myself out there. I've made offers, so I'm about to just be still and see who comes towards me, who notices that I'm not doing anything, and see who's going to come and reach out to me. So I just feel like Spirit is putting you in a position of being still to see who and what comes towards you. It's just meant for you to relax and be patient. Because right now, you're needing you at this time. So it's like with becoming nobody, you really are about to become somebody, but the old version of you is leaving. Maybe this is something that you've manifested a long time ago. And now that this is something that you've manifested, it's time for you to live that. You know, you have creativity, you have pen and paper. So this is something in regards to writing or journaling or releasing, something like that. But overall, I just feel like you guys are really heavy on, again, attracting, not chasing. And I just feel like you guys are about to embrace a new friendship, a new circle, a possible business endeavor. But it's something that you've always longed to receive. And maybe the thing that you've longed to receive is just being a part of either a group of women that empower or support you, or just movers and shakers that are about, you know, accomplishing things and being creative and working on whatever it is that they're working on. But maybe it's just a thing you want to be around like-minded individuals. But I see that whatever your heart desires is going to put you in a position of you meeting like-minded individuals. You're going to have a lot in common. You guys are going to possibly share the same creativity. But yeah, be careful with the words that you speak, but yet at the same time, listen to your heart. You guys are in the mode of attracting, and I see that it's going to bring in what you do desire at this time, Pile 3. So you guys are very heavy on just simply loving yourselves fully. And loving yourself is that Empress energy, you know, just sitting, attracting, knowing your worth, being pure. You're somebody who's very pure. You're very transparent. You're honest. And that's all that I see at this time. So I hope that this has given you some type of clarity, answer, or insight, or maybe just even some enlightening as far as what you may need in regards to adding more self-love into your routine or just a part of yourself. As always, I've enjoyed our time together. I've enjoyed exchanging energy. I look forward to the next pick a card reading. And until next time, guys, have a good one.